Hello, this is Angela Anderson. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the Aspen Short Handled Set that I curated for Princeton Brush Company. This set is really fun. It's got a lot of great brushes in it, and I'm going to show you how to use them today. So here is the set. It has an angle bright 4, a filbert 6, a round 4, and a flat 8. It gives you good versatility. These brushes are great because they can really push the paint around. They've got good texture, and the short handle makes them easy to use. I'm going to start out with the round 4 and kind of hold it right there on the ferrule. And we'll do a couple of comma strokes. So set the brush down, kind of press down in place, and then as you lift and turn it, it will come to a nice point for you. Do the same thing in the opposite direction and straight down. It gives you really good brush handling skills if you do these kind of practices ahead of time. You can make little dots of different sizes and also lines really easily. I love how these brushes really hold their shape. You can press down as you pull your line to get different widths, and also do little curvy lines of different widths. Really, there's no right or wrong way to practice. These are just ways of kind of using your brush. You can set the brush down and kind of twist to get some leafy shapes. And here I'm just trying to see how thin I can get those lines. So you can see you can get pretty thin lines if you load it with your paint nice and fluid. You can also do some curlicue effects. Hold your brush fairly close to the tip, and then as you turn it, keep it directly up over your page, or it can kind of spit out on you like it did on that first curl for me. This can take some practice, but it's really important to kind of figure out what you can and can't do with your brushes, so practice is really essential. I really love the round 4. It can do so many different things, and it is really kind of the workhorse of this set. The next brush in the set is the Filbert 6. This is a great brush for things like blending, clouds, foliage, leaves and flowers, and that kind of thing. It does a lot of different techniques. I'm loading it here by pressing flat so that I get a nice crisp edge on it. And then I'm going to set the rounded tip on the paper and then just change the direction a little bit so that it slides along that bladed edge. Flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Get a couple comma strokes and then do a half twist to get a leaf stroke. Set it down and half twist and lift, kind of flick it out. You can do long lines with this brush. Press down a little harder to get thicker lines. It's really well for lines. It really holds its shape well. One of the other things that I like to use the Filbert for is blending and dry brushing. So if you take some of that paint out of the brush and then just set it down on your canvas surface, kind of upright, and flick it outward, you can get this really nice broken effect. It's really great when you overlap these lines. You can get some nice blending. You can also use it and just play with it and see what kind of shapes you get. Just turning it and twisting it in different directions. You can get some really nice organic shapes with this rounded tip on the Filbert. It's great for foliage and all kinds of different things. You can also get smaller dots by pressing a little bit less, larger dots by pressing harder. You can also use this brush for some like stippling effects. If you tap it, it will kind of open up the bristles a little bit and you can get a little bit of broken lines, foliage effects. You can also use it for clouds and things like that. It's a really fun little brush to try. The next brush in the set is the Flat 8. I chose the flat brush instead of the bright, which is a little bit shorter, because the flat brush will have a little bit more flexibility, hold a little bit more paint, so it'll do longer lines and maybe a little bit smoother in curved lines and things like that. So I really like this brush. It does a ton of different techniques, and it's actually my favorite one to do lines with because it holds so much paint. You can do lines for days. So using it and twisting it to the side here in different ways to do some different comma strokes, then holding it along that bladed edge, you can see nice smooth lines. Depending on how hard I press down, I can get thinner and thicker lines. And this is a really good practice to try, and just try to see if you can control that line all the way through and get kind of consistent width of your line all the way down. Make sure your paint's a little bit thinner so that you can get a nice smooth line, especially if you're working on paper. You can use a corner of the brush to get little dots and dashes. It makes actually really nice little rounded shapes if you press down right on that corner of the brush. You can see they're really nice and smooth all the way around. And just depending on how I kind of twist and turn it, I can get different leafy type shapes. But you can see that if you did these in a combination, like on some foliage or something like that, it makes really interesting organic shapes for landscapes. This also makes a great brush for just blocking in large areas or painting in backgrounds and things like that. If you use the corner of the brush and kind of flick it out, run it along its edge there, you can get some leafy shapes, really easy leaves with this brush. And depending on, how you use it, you can kind of set it up right and do some little U strokes, some S strokes, set it on its bladed edge and kind of just change the direction as you're pulling across the page. All kinds of fun little things that you can do with this brush. It is very versatile, and it just can do all kinds of different techniques. I use my flat brushes quite a lot in my paintings. It's just kind of a must-have in any set. All right, this one's my favorite of the set. I know you shouldn't have favorites, but I do. The Angle Bright for this brush can do everything. I use it for lines, I use it for tree branches, for flowers, for foliage, for blending, for dots, you name it. It does everything and does it well. And the little compact size makes it really easy to get into tight spaces and do nice detail work as well. So I'm just kind of loading it up here, setting it down. You can see the nice bladed edge it has. You can get some really fine dots just by pressing the tip down, straight down onto the page there. Using that flat edge, just kind of angling it to the side a little bit and letting that flat edge kind of rest against the canvas there as you're pulling your lines. You can get nice fine lines with it. Vary the pressure to get thicker lines. Adjust your angles to get like long wavy lines. It can take a little bit of practice to get used to you have to kind of turn the brush with your curves, but you can get curved lines with it as well. So I'm going to use it for grasses and things like that as well, for leaf shapes and all kinds of organic shapes like foliage there, just by tapping in different directions. I'm just twisting it between my two fingers here, thumb and fingers, to get all these kind of little dots and dashes in different sizes. You can also use it for flower petals, just kind of pressing down and twisting it in place. Set it down and kind of curve it out for leafy shapes. You can also set the bladed edge flat against the canvas there and just pull to the side to get nice, crisp, geometric shapes. This brush works really well to block in small areas of your canvas and to do details, glazing, blending, all kinds of different effects. This brush will do it all. It's a 10 out of 10 for sure. One of my favorite go-to brushes. If I had one brush and I was stuck on a desert island, this would be the one that I would bring with me. Some cross-hatching. You can see how nice and fine those lines can be. That is the Angle Bright 4. Really fun little brush. Thanks for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this little video showing the Aspen Short Handled Set. And if you want to see more of my videos, you can check those out on my website at thankfulart.com, and check out the other project that we do with this brush set, with the Midnight Mushrooms also. Thanks for watching. Bye.